Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. My name's Julie. In this week's video, I'm going to be finishing up my canning jar picture. I would really like to get that finished and get it framed and up on my wall. So I'm going to be doing my best to get that completed for you by the end of the video. So stick along and join me for my adventure today. Hi everybody, I wanted to show you how far I got on my picture. I ended up getting that whole row done, well, which is actually a bunch of rows, but I have one more section here on top that I will be starting. But this is what it looks like. All right everyone, I just fed the fish. That's why the angels are all up towards the top. But I wanted to, oh, there's the catfish right in the middle of the screen there on the bottom. He did come out. I was hoping he would come out. But usually, sorry about the wiggling, because I'm holding the tablet while I'm recording. I don't have it on a stand, so I wiggle a little bit when I talk. Oh, I usually talk with my hands. Anyone who knows me, I do that. So anyway, here's the fish. Just fed them. Catfish just coming around there between the airplane. Oh, he just went behind that log structure. See him over there in the corner of the tank? That's how large he is now. And some of the angels are fairly large. Like the two originals up there, the black and white ones. They're fairly decent size when you compare them to the brand new black angels that we just got a few weeks ago. So that's the fish that I'd show you. And the water does evaporate out of this thing, I think just like a humidifier does. So I actually have not, since the furnace has been running, I have not had my humidifier running, and I haven't had any problems breathing or anything. I think it's because this fish tank evaporates out so much water. But last time I bought spring water from the store and dumped it in here instead of putting from our tap, because I think our tap water just has too much chemical stuff in it. Even though I put those, destabilizers in there, it still just seems to be quite a bit. So I might talk my husband into just buying a bunch of spring water, although they're like $1.50 a gallon, and I put a gallon in here the one day and it didn't even fill it up. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to buy a bunch of water, but I wanted to at least show you what they look like when they were eating. They're like little savage beasties. But after they get pretty well fed and quit looking for food, they'll settle down to the bottom half of the tank. But I will stop talking here and just let you enjoy the fish. Hi everyone. Today I worked on a little 2 by 2 inch section. Here is the whole picture. So I'm starting to do the top area there. So I'll show you the progress as I go along. So this third section that I did up here was really interesting because there were only maybe 10 different colored beads, which I don't know if you know, there's like, I think 29 in this picture. So this one here had a lot of similar colored beads. this section that I just did. Mostly light colors and then the grays. But I thought I'd mention that because I found that pretty interesting. So I'm excited to see when I do my owl, because it's mostly, I think, grays and browns, and maybe, you know, the whiter colors. I'd actually have to go look. But anyway, maybe I'll pop a picture in here of that. But I'm interested to see how many of the colors are so, like, similar, you know, because like over here you can tell, like, there's a bunch of F's, bunch of J's, you know, a bunch of T's and L's, V's. I guess not too many L's, but maybe a few. So I'm probably going to do this last little bit maybe in 2 sections because I really want to get this picture done. That way I can get it sealed, get it framed, and get it up on my wall. I can't wait for that. That's going to be exciting. I got my picture all completed. There's the top corner. Here it is. Completely finished. So I have to put sealer on it. Well, you don't have to, but I am choosing to do that. So I will get that bottle out. I'll show you what it looks like and we'll go from there. Okay, so I dug the bottle out. This is the brand that I use. It's for diamond painting sealer. It is multi-purpose. It's a larger volume than normal. It's supposed to be non-toxic and safe. It gives you a clean and a gloss finish, which I did put this on the lion, and I did not put it on the owl picture because the owl picture I have it in a frame that has a glass front. So I knew that no dust or anything was going to get inside the beads, or nobody would be able to, you know, pick them off or anything. So it was kind of nice. Let's see, it comes with a silicone brush. They call it a brush, but it's basically almost like a scraper, but I'll show you. It should be inside here. So this is the bottle. Basically looks similar to what the package did. And this is the brush. See how it's not really like bristled, but it's, you know, it's silicone like they say. And then it comes with, you know, instructions. Basically, all I've been doing is, you know, what I did with the lion, poured a small, you know, droplet of the sealer, a small area, and then you just take it and like this, brush it and move it around. But that's basically all I'm going to do. I will get this whole picture done. I believe it has to sit for 24 hours on a flat surface. So I will probably move it over to the other side of my table here because it's a little bit flatter. And I'll start working on this. And I don't know if this is where I'm going to end the video or not. I might show you what it looks like 24 hours later. Most likely I will. But I probably won't show you us putting the frame on or framing it because I talked to my husband last night or this morning. I'm not sure when it was. But anyway, I was asking him about the frame, and I asked him if we were going to, you know, have it framed by someone, or if we were just going to go to one of the craft stores, the hobby stores, and buy a frame, you know, see if I can get one and frame it ourselves, or if he wanted to make me a frame. And he hasn't really decided that yet. So depending on the timing of it, you might see it in a frame and you might not. But I will get the sealer on anyway, and I'll definitely show you what it looks like. It's pretty much the same. It doesn't really like affect how it looks, but it does keep them, I guess, all hooked together. You know, just like something would when you seal a piece of wood. It just gives it that finish over the top where it's nice and smooth, which these are still, you'll still feel the crystals. diamonds, whatever you want to call them, you'll still feel them, but at least they will be locked down with the backing. So I will get working on that. Okay, everyone. So this is after 2 hours. I actually read the directions, which are right here. It says to make sure that all of your diamond beads are well set on your painting. Open the cap and pour the glue onto your diamond painting. Smear the glue with the silicone brush all over the painting, evenly and lightly, which I think I ended up putting too much on here because I had globs in places. And then it says to wait at least 2 hours for it to be fully cured. And it's been 2 hours right now. I thought it was 24 hours that I had to wait, but it says it's only 2. But when you get right down on, excuse me, when you get right down and look at it, it is still wet. I mean, that's why I think I put too much on it. It does say lightly, but I wanted to make sure that, it was fully coated. So I probably did put too much on here. But anyway, it basically looks just like it did before. It might be a little bit shinier. I'm not really sure, if it's the glue or the sealer that you put on it, or if it's because it's brighter outside today. It's more sunny. But anyway, here's the final product. So we'll get it dried and framed and hopefully hung up on my wall sometime soon. All right. I hope everyone has a great day. Bye.